What's up, y'all? This is Chris David, and I'm going to show the super duper newbies with no tech experience the really dumb and simple way how to take a broke old ass computer and put a really expensive graphic card in it, because maybe you got a son or a daughter who wants to play some games and all you got is an old ass computer. And I just want to show you one little trick right here, and that's this right here. This right here is what we call a motherboard splitter. And with this right here, you can take a really old HP like this. I got another one, really old HP like this. This is a ProDesk 400 or something from way back in like 2011 or something, right? Okay, this is what that looks like. So let me show you what happens. You see that 4-pin thing down there? That's where this power supply has a power cord that looks like this, right? Now, what are you gonna do to get a power supply that's gonna work on this? Let me show you what something real cheap and easy looks like, okay? So, one of the most popular power supplies out there that are really cheap, there's one by Cooler Master, there's one by Be Quiet. Let's look at this Be Quiet right here. They have all the wires already attached. Okay, now let's look at their PCUs. You get 2 of them, okay? So what you do is you just use one of them. And that's all you gotta do. And you take that one, plug it in there, and then now you can use this right here. You might wanna just use some way to jimmy it up and hook it up, but they're basically the same. Now, here's what I like to do. I like to use both, because I like to use my original one because it still works. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not powerful enough. So I take the motherboard socket, and well, this small form factor's not gonna work. We're gonna need a standard ATX adapter, which I have on this one. Here's another HP that's very frequent. That's normal desktop HP. It's got a very, very standard ATX adapter like this, okay? So now we got a little splitter that you can pick up on Amazon for like $5, okay? Now you gotta make sure that you get the male to female, okay? That's important. Now you take the main part of the male part, stick that where the other one used to go. Let me put this together so y'all can actually see what this looks like real quick. It's actually not that hard. I'm not even gonna edit this. I'm not gonna cut it up because it's so simple. Anybody could do this. Just stick it on like that. All right, now you plug it in there. All right, cool, boom. No tech required. And now your son, your daughter, your little brother can play that game that they wanna play. You stick the main one inside the one with a bunch of wires, like that. And then you could buy a second-hand or maybe even a brand new power supply that's like 450 watts. They're super cheap. They're like 20, 30 bucks. And you take that motherboard and you stick it in right here. Boom. Now you got 2 motherboards that will be in sync with each other. Now, you might have this extra CPU cable. Just tie it up somewhere, put it somewhere safe. You don't need to worry about it. And then you can put your PCI cables in there and get that brand new graphics card put in there and play that game that you like to play. So let's look at one of my favorite GPUs right here. This is a 3080 Ti. And the 3080 Ti is pretty cool. This one's by Zotac, and it's great. It does perfect everything I want to do. All I got to do is just stick the PCI cable in there. And for me personally, I like to use zip ties and blocks and have it all set up nice and pretty. On Amazon, a few bucks more, you can get a little bracket that looks just like this GPU bracket. Okay, you take that GPU bracket, you stick the graphics card in just like this. Boom. All right, now you can kind of like set this on the outside of the box. You could DIY yourself a little I use milk crates because I'm lazy, and a lot of duct tape, as you can see. Because, yeah, I want to keep it simple. I like to keep my stuff simple. Yeah, I'm messy, but you know what? It works. It works for me. You can get as safe as you want and as crazy as you want. As long as it's safe and you don't set nothing on fire, I think you're good to go. Okay, now, the last thing you need to know is how do you get the stuff connected? Because if you got a big, huge card and you got a box over here, you're gonna need a PCI extension cable like that to connect it. So this is what I use, and I just chain them together. So I'll stick this one inside my PCI slot, and I'll stick this side on the bracket to the bottom of the GPU. Boom, there you go. Now you got a really old computer hooked up to a brand new big old GPU card that can play AAA games without having to buy a brand new gaming rig. All right, if y'all like this, y'all know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. I'm Chris David. Y'all know where to find me. I'll catch y'all on the next one.